Dealership on do auction. Clothes, I need a new closet. My new watch is moonwalking. This something I don't do often. They never flow before.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Gets around him, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the rookie out of Georgia, Sony Michel. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Throwing, Cousins. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Cousins eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Play action now. Cousins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Here's Gillisley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Ozzie! Ozzie! Got three down. Check it. Ready? Push it!
Now Brady. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Throwing on first down is Brady. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
50.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Brady going to throw. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by George Iloka. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Cousins now from the 50. Lets it fly for Thielen. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Brady now on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. That's out to his running back, Michel. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On play action, now Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Brady will sneak it. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And this one through the uprights and good. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half, Cousins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now he'll escape to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Gun. Bingo.
Cousins on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Two. Lucky 48.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Go ahead.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. 3rd down here. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down, Cousins. Flush to his right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Kick it, boys! 20! Like 20!
They'll run with Gillislee. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wait!
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He'll find Thielen working the middle and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Back now in Foxborough. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Hey, receiver. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow.
To throw is Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Gonna let, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aldrick Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. to kick this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Cousins, open man is Thielen, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Now Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
That confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Go ahead, go ahead.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
We're going, let's go.
They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Returnable for Dorsett. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Again, it's Michel. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total of 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Clark.
Throwing here, Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that's caught inside the 35. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One final try now for Brady. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception.